So I just did a brow tutorial number 2 right before this video. So if you want to go ahead and see that, I'll put a link up here in one of the cards at the top, so you'll know where to go, and you can push that and watch that first if you'd like, or later. So what I'm going to do right now is I have been asked by some people to give a tutorial on eye makeup. So more in depth of like maybe just the eyeshadow, but I'm going to do a whole eye look for you all, and I really hope that you like it. So what the colors I'm going to use today, I'm going to use colors that you can just go down to Target or go down to the local CVS or Rite Aid and get at the drugstore. So if you wanted to do this look today, you could. You don't have to go to, you know, Sephora or Ulta or anything like that to get the palette. And it's not that expensive either. So what I'm going to be using today is CoverGirl True Naked in Roses, the color palette Roses. I really like this color palette. It's, you know, more purplies and like a rose gold colors, which, to be honest with you, rose golds are one of my favorites, just not just in makeup, but in pretty much in just like jewelry and just the look of things. I love the rose gold look. So I'm going to go ahead and use this palette today, and I'm going to use some different brushes as well. When I go along, I'll show you which brushes I'm using. Excuse me. First of all, I'm going to be priming my eyelids, because as you can see, they are a little on a reddish color and a lot of veins, and I don't really think that's a pretty look. So I'm going to go ahead and use this Revlon Photo Ready Eye Primer and Brightener, so it'll brighten my eyes. I've used in the past Mary Kay. Mary Kay was really good. I've also used the Maybelline one. They just came out with one, and it's pretty shimmery. I don't like the way it looks. It makes my eyelids look scaly, and nobody wants scaly eyelids because it's just not pretty. So I'm going to go ahead and use this right now on my eyes. It's just basically a twist. You just twist it, and the bottom twists. And I'm sorry if I'm flipping you guys off. This is just the fastest, easiest way I can do that. So see, that's the difference between the primed and the non-primed eye. Okay. Priming is very important. A lot of you probably, you may not know that when you prime your eyelid, you're basically giving your eyes or yourself a blank canvas to work on. If you have, and plus also it makes your, first of all, it makes your eyeshadow last longer, and it also causes your eyes not to crease. Like if you have oily eyelids, it helps them not crease. What it does is it also helps your eyeshadow to be brighter tone, to have the pigment more visible on your eye. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to use this blender brush right here. It's just a poofy, floofy one. It has some stuff in it from yesterday. It's a crease brush, basically. What I'm going to go ahead and do is, you want to start with a transitional shade. You can either start with like one of these colors to go over your whole eyelid. Sometimes I do that, sometimes I don't. Right now what I'm going to do is I'm going to use this purpley color right here. It's purple, and I'm going to use that in my crease, because you want to use a transition shade first, so that when you put the darker color down, there's a transition between the two, so it's easier to blend. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. So you just kind of want to do this. Put it right in here and just go like a windshield wiper like this. Okay? That goes in your crease. Okay, this is my lighter transition shade. So once I have it sufficient in the middle, I'm going to kind of just run it down a little bit and then up a little bit to my brow bone. Then I'm going to use this color right here. Oops, this color right here. It's a little bit lighter. It's like a shade lighter of the purple that I just chose. And that is going to only go in my crease. And then, as you can see, when you put it in your crease, it kind of goes up a little bit, and this will be your secondary transition shade. So basically what I did was the first one was my base, and then the second one, this darker purple, is my transition, because I think I'm going to do a darker eye today. Okay, so then what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and pick a color that I want to go in right in here, so it's going to be a darker color. And I'm also going to use my other crease brush. This is a little bit different. It's and it has an angle to it. See, it's an angle crease brush. And I'm going to use this darkest purple on there. So you're going to put that in there. And I just blow on it to kind of get the excess off so I don't have a whole bunch of fallout on my cheek. So I'm going to go right here in my crease part, right there. I hope you guys can all see this. It's a little bit tough to see in the mirror, and just to make sure you guys are all seeing it right here. So I'm going to put that right here. I'm going to put it kind of heavy at first, right in there, and then I'm going to kind of slightly bring it over, just slightly, like this. Okay, and then after you get that in there the way that you want it, I'm going to go ahead and use a fluffier brush. This is by MAC. 217 is the number, in case you wanted to know. But this is just kind of like a fluffy brush. I'm going to go ahead and take it, and I'm going to go ahead and blend this kind of in here, so you have a nice seamless transition. Okay, so that's pretty blended in right there. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and take this this crease brush that I used first off, and I'm going to take the darker transition purple. Since this is a tutorial, I'm just going to show you all the colors I'm using, so it's easier for you if you want to recreate the look. This is the darker purple. That's the one I'm going to be using. That's the one I used prior for the crease, or for my transition. So I'm just going to take it, and I'm going to kind of put it right there, and see how it kind of just blended it all in. And then I'm going to go in, and I use this color cleaner. It's right here, and what you can do is it just cleans your brushes right away, so you can use the same brush over and over without having to wash it. And I'm going to go ahead and use this fluffy brush again, and it's clean now. So I'm going to go ahead here and just kind of clean up all around here, because when you do this, you sometimes can make a mess. So I'm going to do that, and then I'm going to go ahead and blend it in here. My dog's barking. I don't know if you guys can hear it on the camera. And I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to go in this color. This is also a matte. This one, and this one are all matte colors. This one at the very end that I used in the crease, it's actually shimmery. But I'm going to go ahead and use this matte color right here, the very first one. And I'm going to take that with my clean, fluffy brush, and I'm going to hit this top part right here. And I'm going to kind of slightly bring it over. You don't want too much color right here, but you bring it over slightly. Okay, and then that kind of just cleans it all up. See? There you go. And then if you want to take this up in here again, kind of do that to kind of bring it all together. Now what I'm going to do is, I don't know if you can tell, but right here I have some fallout. So what I'm going to do with that is I'm going to take my my brush that I used for my foundation today. It still has a little bit of foundation on it. So I'm going to go ahead and just, not going to wipe it hard, I'm going to basically kind of flick the color off of my skin. And then you get that nice little line right there, you see? I didn't have to use any tape or anything like that. I just was able just to do that. So I'm going in with the same brush that I used for the dark color, and it still has a little bit of the dark shadow on there. I'm kind of just going to, do this again just to kind of get it a little bit darker and a little bit to my liking. And then I'm going to just blend it in a little bit. Then I'm going to, for this part of my eye, I'm going to use a shimmer. I'm going to mix between these two colors right here. Okay, so I'm going to use this brush. This is a flat brush. I don't know if you can see. It's a flat brush. And it's this is actually also used for concealer, but I am using it for eyeshadow today. So I'm going to go with the rose gold, the darker of the two colors that I just showed you, and then I'm going to go with the lightest color, the lightest shimmer. And I'm going to literally place it on here. I'm going to go right up, right in here, right up until right here. This is where that the dark color starts. So you don't want to go over that because that ruins the whole thing we just did. Like that. There. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do this whole eye. I'm going to do the eyeliner, or the eyeshadow, the eyeliner, and then I'm going to use, I'm going to show you how to do eyelashes, and then then I'll go ahead and do this other eye by myself, so this isn't a 5-hour long video. What I'm going to do is I'm going to use my liquid liner that I showed you. This is the same one I used when I was doing my eyeliner tutorial. Sorry I'm out of breath. I had to go bring my dog in, and that's the noise you're probably hearing right now as I'm drinking water. So excuse that noise, I'm so sorry. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do my wing liner because, like I told you before, that's my favorite look to do. So I'm going to go ahead and bring it here. So I took the line here, and then up here, I went back and took it in, and then I'm going to go to this side and take it like that. So you see how I have the colored in now? Okay. Sorry if that is super loud. He's still drinking. He likes his water, I guess. He's on medicine, so that kind of gets him really thirsty. Okay, that's my wing liner. And then what I want to go ahead and do is I'm going to go ahead and use this eyeshadow pencil, I guess, eyeshadow stick if you want to call it. It's by Glow Minerals, and it's in the color Concord. And I'm going to go ahead and take that down below. This is the fastest way to do the under eyeliner. And I like it because it stays really nice. Do that liner there, and I'm going to smudge it along here. Smudge. Smudge. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go in with this color. This is the same type of thing. It's by Glow Minerals as well, and it's a color eyeshadow stick, and this is in Gold Blush, and I really like this color because it's a nice a nice shade to kind of go in here and kind of blend it in like that. And then I'm going to use this Beam, same thing, same color, Glow Minerals, just different color. This is Beam, like I just said, and what I'm going to do is I like to put it right here in the corner of my eye because it kind of just highlights and opens up the eye, and I kind of bring it over because it's kind of the same colors I just did on this part. And I bring it like this, and see how that looks? It opens up the eye and makes the eye look a little bit more open and wide. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to use these fake lashes today. I have never used these before, so we'll be trying them together. When I bought it, I didn't think about this, but I like to reuse mine because you're able to do so. And this doesn't have a backing on it right here, so there's really nothing to hold it into shape. It's just kind of like taped in there. Back here is some tape, and then they put it on there, and that's how they stick it on there. So we'll see how that works. These are labeled right and left, so you're able to know which eye goes on which. Okay? So what you're going to do is you can take tweezers with this, or you can use your hand. Tweezers might be a little bit easier, but I like to do things the hard way. So I'm going to go ahead and measure the eye. So I'm starting it about right here, not all the way over, just right here. I don't go over this side. I'm going in a little bit, and these look pretty good. But I'm going to trim a little bit off the end. You always want to go on the longer, like if you get these kind that are flared out, you trim the edge, the side off, not the inner corner. You do the outside because they're flared, so you'll be able to trim off a little bit. I'm just going to snip off a little bit. I'm aware you can't see that. They should be fine now. If you don't care to watch the eyelash tutorial, you can fast forward to the end where I show you the full done look. Otherwise, continue watching and I'll show you. So what we're going to do first is I always curl my eyelashes first. Oh, and one other thing, I'm going to be using these today. These were in my BeautyCon box, and I, like I do often, forgot to include it in my try on. So I'm going to go ahead and try these on today for you. This is the L'Oreal Voluminous primer or base coat. They have bases and primers for everything now, including eyelashes. So we'll see if this does anything to my eyelash that normal mascara would not do. So I do apologize for forgetting to put this in my tutorial before. Alright, so the primer goes on first. I curl my eyelashes first. Okay, so here's the primer first, by L'Oreal, like I said. And oh gosh, I am so sorry. I keep putting the mirror in front of my face, and that doesn't help. Alright. So that's basically what it looks like. It's just, you know, basically looks like a white mascara. So that's on first. Then we have this one is the Voluminous Feline Nior. And this is what the brush looks like. The hard bristles, I mean. Okay. Today I'm not going to put 5 million different mascaras on because I'm going to be using the false lashes, so I don't really feel like I need to put a whole bunch on. But I have to say that I think I like this kind. This is nice. These are, wow. I like that. It's hard for me to tell because I don't have both eyes done, but I think that looks really nice. I think that looks really good. Now if you look at both eyes, look at the difference that mascara does, or not mascara, but eye makeup does. I think it's pretty cool. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and take the eyelash. I haven't used this glue yet, so I'm not really entirely sure how this glue works. This is the glue that came with it. You want to let it air a little bit. That helps a lot. Makes it tacky and not wet. Alright. Last time I did this tutorial, this eyelash tutorial, my face was not in the camera at all. So I'm going to make sure that I'm doing it right this time. Okay. You put it on the skin right above your lashes. So you don't want to lay it on. Oh. You don't want to lay it on your lashes. You want to lay it right at that base. And then what I do is after I get it on there, it's not completely dry, but what I do is I kind of like do this and just push it up a little bit, lightly, gently. I blinked while I was doing that, not good. But the whole point of what I'm doing right now is I don't want them to dry down. I want them to dry up. So you want to kind of make sure that they're attached to where you want them to be before you do too much moving, because then they come undone like they just did with me and I had to smush them down. But you kind of want to smush them down into your own lash, kind of like pinch them a little bit with your nail. Basically what I'm just doing is I'm just doing this with the lash, putting my nail into it and then using my skin on top to kind of push them down. Okay, and then they're pretty, the glue looks pretty dry. Okay. Alright, so it's dry. And what I do at the end of this is I go ahead and put some mascara on to kind of make it look a little bit more natural. Okay, and that's that. They're done. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to turn the camera off and do my other eye. And then I wanted to show you a little bit of the dark liner. If you wanted to do like a smoky eye, kind of like what I did, what I would normally do is I would use like a dark black eyeliner, something that glides on smoothly but doesn't come off easily. So I am choosing today to use the Drama liquid pencil from Lancome, and it glides on real easy and smooth, and that's how I'm going to go ahead and show you how to do the waterline. So what I normally do is I look up like this, you see? I'm trying to do it so you can see the camera. And I just go along the waterline here. And then this part I do right here. That. Done. Okay, so we're gonna do our lips now, or my lips now. I'm just gonna kind of wipe my foundation brush that still has a little bit of foundation on it. Today I'm going to use the lip liner from IBY, and it's in the color Darling. I used this before for you guys. So I'm just going to kind of just, this is not a lip tutorial, but I just wanted to show you how I put it on. Color in, keeps the color on longer. Do an X right here in the middle of the Cupid's bow, and that kind of gives you a line to move upwards. That. Okay. There you go. Alright, and then I'm going to go ahead and go in with this color. I really like this color. This is Heirloom by Glow Minerals, and it's basically a cream glaze crayon, and it just kind of goes on really smoothly. This would be something good to wear and to use if you didn't want to put a lipstick on but you wanted some kind of gloss with color to it. This isn't glossy, so it's not like sticky, but it's nice and smooth and kind of gives you a glossy look. This is the Color Pop. This is the color I told you about that I didn't like when I first saw it in my BeautyCon box. It's Color Pop Lippy Sticks, and it's in BeautyCon. And I use a pinker lip liner to kind of cancel out the orangey color of this, the orange brown color. Normally I would blot, but I forgot to bring a tissue over here, so I'm just going to kind of blot with my finger. And then this is the gloss that I used last time in, oh no, Rose and Shine. And this is Sexy Mother Pucker. And here you have it, my finished look. I'm sorry if this video was super duper long, I'm sure it was, but I wanted to give you guys the tutorial that a lot of people have been asking me about. So this is your eyeshadow tutorial. eyeliner tutorial, fake lash tutorial, and now a lipstick tutorial. Again, make sure you watch the other video that's going up too. I'm going to have it posted up here somewhere probably, or over here, or down here, or wherever it's going to go. And that will show you my brow tutorial number 2. I hope you guys have a great day. If you liked my video, please hit the thumbs up button. And if you would like to know whenever I post a video, you can hit the bell that's next to the subscribe button. The subscribe button is in red and it's right by my name down below. Have a great day, guys. I hope you enjoyed, and talk to you later. Bye.